I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
They came to our planet. They destroyed our cities. But on November 7th, they'll learn they messed with the wrong species. Starship Troopers opens everywhere Friday.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is another request, this time for Jonathan Lindsey, who wanted my thoughts on the 1997 film Starship Troopers. Now, if anyone's ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, whether it be a review or a movie topic, whatever, you do feel free to send it either by joining my Patreon or directly via my PayPal. You just send it to be, again, pretty much any type of video. The links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you very much. But the Starship Troopers is a film I like. I don't mind it at all. It's not my favorite Paul Verhoeven film. I would say that it's more towards RoboCop, Total Recall, Hollow Man. I like the film as a spectacle. The score, I think, is very well done. Having an R-rated, bloody movie with titties, all that kind of stuff. And he was given this like $100 million budget to make this big action, killer giant bugs, soldiers shooting the shit out of them. They did cut to pieces, cut in half. They sucked his brains out. Like all this stuff. Co-ed showers with titties. Like all this stuff. It's kind of ballsy when you think about it. It's very ballsy. I'm not sure if it panned out. I'm not sure if this film was a hit, to be honest. Might have been, I don't know. And it was cool to see some people in the cast, like Clancy Brown, Michael Ironside, Neil Patrick Harris. Interesting to see him in this. Christopher Curry, which I forgot he was in this. That's the guy who is one of the stars of Chud, which I enjoy. It's one of those B movies from the 80s that I think is rather underrated, Chud, with John Hurd and Daniel Stern. And the guy who played the cop was Christopher Curry, and he plays Rico's father, Casper Van Dien's father. I'm like, wait, that guy looks familiar. Oh shit, that's who it is. That was really cool. You have Dina Meyer. You also have, I can't believe, was it Denise Richards? I believe that was her name. Yeah, I didn't like her character really, so that shows as to why the hell I didn't want to even remember her name. Maybe it's not the actress's fault, but I just did not give a shit about her character. There's actually another character I would rather have lived, which I'll get to. You also have Jay Busey, and this is one of the few times where Jay Busey is not irritating. Jay Busey is actually not bad. Of course, the son of Gary Busey. And the movie does have that sense of humor. It does have that jab at politics and trying to have that black sense of humor where at RoboCop you have the commercials, the news feeds. Here you have a lot of propaganda, which was the point, is this propaganda commercials to show that, oh, we love the idea of war, even the kids can join, and we support it. Which is part of the point of propaganda, to tell you one thing and pretty much lie to you, or change the facts, or twist them and turn them around. That's why I'm surprised critics didn't love this film more, because it seemed like something that'd be up their alley. So either they didn't get it, or what the deal is. I mean, I liked Michael Ironside. We see him as a teacher. He has one arm, and pretty much teaching our main characters, Casper Van Dien, and Neil Patrick Harris, and Denise Richards, and Dina Meyer. No one would recognize civil virtue if it reached up and beat you on the ass. But I like Michael Ironside, and he comes back later on, like I would say the third act of the film. Always nice to see him in there. Of course, he was in Total Recall. See you at the party with Neil Patrick Harris. You get the idea he has these sort of mind powers, like psychic powers. Sadly, Neil Patrick Harris is not in the film much, because he's in the beginning. Then he disappears for a good chunk of the movie, and then doesn't appear till like, I know it's not, but it feels like the last 20-30 minutes. And then he's sporadically, even with that. He's gone for so long that I almost forget about the character. I don't know, maybe I would like to have seen his character pop in every once in a while in between. But I enjoy the action scenes. I think the digital effects I can deal with for 1997. The look of the bugs, and just the action, the slam bang, the way the ships look, and how you have different kinds of bugs. You have the tank type of bugs that look almost as if they have lava for blood, and they actually shoot fire and burn people's arms. You got... Was that for me? What the fuck sound was that? If you didn't hear that, I swear I heard like my own lungs go fucking whistle. Fucking whistling Dixie here, I guess. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, the different types of bugs. You have the big fat bugs that shoot these laser, not even laser, like these plasma things into the sky to hit the ships. So like that, it's fun on a visual front. It's fun on an action front. Paul Verhoeven knows how to do action. With RoboCop and with Total Recall, the guy knows what he's doing. You know, and they're blowing up bugs. A good bug is a dead bug. And you have a little bit of romance going on where Casper Van Dien's with Denise Richards. Denise Richards picks her career over Casper, so then he slowly falls in love with Dina Meyer. Honestly, I thought Dina Meyer was the better actress, and I thought she had more personality. So then, of course, later on, they kill her off so that he could get back with Denise Richards. I'm like, no, kill off Denise Richards. Keep Dina Meyer alive. She was more badass, and I thought a better actress, better personality. In fact, I did not give a shit about anything with Denise Richards. About her pilot shit, her falling with this other guy. I forget the actor's name. He's the same guy that starred in that shitty sequel to The Arrival. The second... Patrick Muldoon? Was that his name? He was in that shitty sequel, The Second Arrival. You didn't know there was a sequel to a Charlie Sheen movie, The Arrival? Yeah. Good thing you don't remember it, because it's a piece of shit. I didn't give a fuck about... I like the look of the ships, but you could just have, like, random shots of the ships and come back. So I did not care for Denise Richards' character at all. Was not interested in her. I don't think she's much of an actress, Denise Richards. I'm sorry. I thought she wasn't much of an actress in Valentine, that piece of shit, and she's not much of an actress here. Casper Van Dien, I'm not as going to be as harsh with his performance here as I was back in the day. But at the same time, I can't say I love his performance either. I mean, watch it again. It's a little bit better than I remember, to be fair. I don't know, part of me would have rather wanted like a Paul Walker or someone else like that instead of Casper Van Dien. But again, it's definitely his best performance compared to the other films he's done. I just don't think he's that dynamic of an actor. But maybe that was the point. But at the same time, to be fair, I've seen much worse actors. So, Casper Van Dien, I could deal with him. If I really think about it more, I can deal with Casper Van Dien. I just can't say I love him as an actor or anything. I think what it is about this movie that... Because I think Jonathan Lindsey said, well, you don't talk about Starship Troopers. Because I like the film, but I don't love it, and that's because of... And I get why Paul Verhoeven did this, but I still wish he didn't. And that's... The humans are the bad guys. And granted, if you think about it, yeah, this is stuff that would happen. That find a reason to go into a war, maybe make some shit up, or maybe stretch the truth in various ways, get some propaganda, the hoorah, going in there to fight and do battle. But then, and that's the point, is that the futility of war, these recruitment videos to get you, we're going to win. But then you have that one bit where the reporter's going, some people say that the bugs were provoked from the intrusion into their home. And then Casper Van Dien says, fuck it, kill them all, because his parents were killed in Buenos Aires, which one of these big asteroid, like, weapons crashed into it. Which I don't know how the fuck the bugs would send big old fucking rocks. I guess maybe the brain bug did it? Or is that one of those things where the humans did it and maybe higher up the humans want some resource, so let's make some shit up, and maybe the humans themselves fucked up Buenos Aires? We need a casualty. What's the casualty of war? But hey, we fucked up one of our own towns, but hey, we get more people in and do these bullshit propaganda videos so we can get whatever resources or whatever the fuck's up there. I don't know if that's explored in the sequels. The only one I saw is maybe the second one. I remember that being a lot cheaper, low budget, even worse acting, and not care for it at all. I did not see the third one. I didn't see the animated stuff. Again, I like the film, but it's not a film I rewatch because I feel bad rooting for these characters. Because the humans are the bad guys. There's a reason why they look like Nazis. There's a reason why Neil Patrick Harris looks like he's part of the Gestapo. There's a reason why you get this World War II images in your head. And the uniforms and the ideas, the way these kids are taught. They're the Nazis. Or they're soon going to be the Nazis. And about how I get what Paul Verhoeven was doing. And part of me goes, yeah, it's better for that because of being smarter and going down that journey to make this point in a big budget movie. On the flip side, when you fucking, and it's not the director's fault, but when the advertisers are making these trailers and TV spots. I remember I first heard about this film from a TV spot and had that song, woohoo. I think it's a song by Blur. Woohoo. And it seemed like a rock'em sock'em. Fucking humans versus these alien bugs and maybe be like Aliens. Like imagine watching Aliens. But the point of Aliens was the futility of war and imagine if that was put in Aliens. I would not like the film as much. And yeah, call me brain dead, call me someone who wants something more simple-minded or more boneheaded or... But I would have preferred this film if it really was about soldiers versus these insect creatures that are murderous, rampaging beasts, but done on 100. Because when I do get that, usually it's a low-budget film, and they don't have the effects, they don't have the money, they don't have the tools, and or the talent, and behind the camera to utilize that. There's either some fucking low-budget sci-fi channel or asylum film or some other shit. Or if you do have the budget, it's PG-13, like Independence Day, which I love, don't get me wrong, or War of the Worlds, which I didn't mind, the Tom Cruise one, I reviewed that on the channel, same with Independence Day. There's not a lot of huge $100 million budgeted sci-fi alien action movies that really go for broke with the R rating, with nudity and violence and gore. Hell, there's a point where they find a guy with a hole in his head and Michael Ironside tells Casper Van Dien they sucked his brains out. So it's like, god damn, man, you get the chance to have this movie where people being chopped up into pieces and cut in half and arms burned off and it's the movie where the humans are the fucking bad guys. I'm like, fuck, man. Fuck. But with that said, is it a good movie? Yes, I do think it's a good film. At the very least for the spectacle, the action, the sequences, the big scene where all the bugs are converging on the compound that Michael Ironside, Casper Van Dien and them are in, and they're just going over the wall. They're just a swarm of them cascading over the wall. Some of the bits of humor, like Clancy Brown is the drill instructor and he keeps saying medic because he like breaks a cadet's arm. Medic. He throws a knife into Jake Busey's hand and sticks it to the wall. Medic. So again, there are fun bits of humor. Casper Van Dien, to be fair, is not as bad as I remember him being, but I think there were better actors for the part. The music, I believe it's Basil Polidor's again, who did the score for RoboCop. Does another great job here. The budget's on the screen, in the ships, and I mean the plasmatron, the different types of buds, and the propaganda videos are fun to look at in that way. But that's the thing, you never really had any characters call bullshit on it either. Like you never had characters like in The Running Man. Like The Running Man, you'd have people that saw through it and knew this fake programs, and like how Richard Dawson and then manipulated Arnold. It was a fake Arnold being killed by Jesse the Body Ventura. So that was a movie where you had the media lying to you, but you had people fighting back with it. So I guess I got more... Again, I understand what Paul Verhoeven was doing. And he did an effective job. I can't get mad at him for doing that. It's just... I think it was done fairly well. It just wasn't the movie I wanted. And because it wasn't the movie I wanted, it's hard for me to enjoy it other than... I can only enjoy it so far. Maybe that doesn't make sense to anybody else, but... I liked it up to a point. I also find it weird that Casper Van Dien is playing a character named Rico, which apparently in the book, it was a person of a different nationality. So it's like, well, why don't you just rename the character? Or I'm sure there's an actor you could have picked that would have fit that profile. I just think it's weird that Casper Van Dien plays a guy named Rico. Do you know anyone that looks like Casper Van Dien named fucking Rico? Rico Suave. I mean, fuck. So yeah, I wish Neil Patrick Harris was in it more. I don't like Denise Richards' character. She was a really bitch move for dumping Casper Van Dien, who kind of went into the military mainly for Denise Richards. That was one of the major reasons he did it. And then she dumps his ass. And then they get back together. Fuck her. Fuck the bitch. Edina Meyer got killed, and I thought she was a better character. So then there are stuff I dislike about it, but as a visual, visceral, R-rated, there's fun in the action scenes. It goes by a good pace. It didn't feel long. It's like 2 hours long. The score is really good. Very solid direction by Paul Verhoeven. And it was nice to see people like Michael Ironside and Clancy Brown, and, people I mentioned. So, like I said, I do like the film. I just don't love it. I'm sorry. I like Total Recall more. I like Hollow Man more. I like RoboCop more. That's just me. But it's fun. Just not a film I go back to rewatch a lot. Unlike Aliens, The Running Man. Like, those are films I'll rewatch over and over again. This one, watch it. It was fun. Probably won't see it for quite a few years. But thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.